Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to solve our skillrack daily challenge using Python programming language. Before going to logic, if you didn't subscribe to our channel, then subscribe right now and make our work more meaningful.
Let us solve today's DC using Python programming language. The time shown by the clock C1 and C2 in the format HH, MM and SS. Initially, both the clocks shows the same time. The clock 1 runs normally. The clock 2, that is clock C2, seconds handle move 1 unit for every k seconds only. The program must accept integer k and x and print the time shown by clocks C1 and C2 after x seconds. So the time shown by the clock C1 and C2 in the format HH, MM and SS. H means hours, M means minutes and S for seconds. Since it is a wall clock, it runs in the 12-hour format. Initially, both the clocks shows the same time. So the clock C1 runs normally and clock C2, the seconds handle move 1 unit for every k seconds only. The program must accept integer k and x and print the time shown by the clocks C1 and C2 after x seconds. Now let us consider our test case for better understanding. So this is our given test case. Let C1 be, let us copy and paste our time here, and C2 also, let us paste this time. So here are the integer k and x. So k is equal to 2 and x is equal to 60 here. So 60 seconds, which is nothing but 1 minute. So we must add 1 minute to C1. So the updated time for C1 will be 10 hours, 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Now in the case of C2, the second handle moves for every k seconds only. So we have to do 60 divided by 2. So 60 divided by 2, which is equal to 30 seconds. So the 30 seconds should be added to the time of C2. So this becomes 45. So the updated time of C1 and C2 are here. So the output should be in the format of updated time of C1 and C2. Now let us consider for our next test case. So in this test case, k is equal to 3 and x is equal to 31 and c1 be the time given, c2 also be the time given. Now x is equal to 31 here, so the seconds here become 41, so the updated time will be 12 hours 25 minutes and 41 seconds. So for k is equal to 3, the second handle moves for every k seconds, so it moves for 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27 and 30. Here the second stops at 31, so 33 will not be considered. So here it runs for 10 seconds in the case of 3. Sorry, k is equal to 4 here, so the clock runs at the time second of 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. So 32 will not be considered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 seconds should be added to the time of C2. So this will be our updated time of C2. So the output will be in the format of C1 and C2. This will be our required output. Now let us implement our logic using Python 3. First let us input the date time library from Python. So import date time. So after importing the datetime library from Python, now let us get our input of time t in the format of string and our input of k and x, which is nothing but integers. So input of time t will be considered as string. Now next c1 equal to c2 equal to date time dot date time dot strp time of t comma the time t will be considered as modulo I colon modulo m colon modulo s. So it will be considered in this format. So this is the input of time t. So c1 equal to c2 equal to datetime dot datetime strp time of t comma modulo I modulo m modulo s. Now let us run a for loop which ranges from 1 comma x times x modulo 60 times 12, because it is a 12-hour format, plus 1 because last case is exclusive. So this is our for loop range. So inside this for loop we have to update our time c1. So c1 plus equal to date time dot time delta of seconds, which is equal to 1. So similarly we have to run another for loop for updating our time in c2. So same, let us copy and paste. So instead of c1 c2, and here x divided by k modulo 60 times 60 times 12 plus 1. This will be our for loop range for C2. So inside this for loop we are updating our time in C2. Now after updating C1 and C2 we have to print both the updated times. So C1, which is C1 dot strf time of modulo I modulo m modulo s, this will print the updated time of C1. So modulo 2i, for single digit it will be returning 0 in first. For that we are using modulo 0 to I. Similarly for C2, this will be our required code.